All right, let's jump right in. We spend so much time thinking about how to build wealth. What we need to do, what we need to get. But what if I told you the real secret isn't about what you do at all? What if it's all about what you avoid? I mean, really let that sink in for a second. We're constantly told to hustle harder, earn more, make that next big play. But what if the whole foundation of financial freedom is actually built on a totally different, almost opposite idea? And boom, there it is. That's the core idea we're going to unpack together. The path to real, lasting wealth is often paved with all the temptations you resist, all the common financial traps you learn to sidestep. It's kind of like playing financial defense, not just offense. Now, to really get this, we've got to start by tearing down a really common and honestly a pretty powerful myth about money and what it actually means to be wealthy. You know the script we're all taught, right? Get a good job, get that raise, buy a nicer car, move into a bigger house, get more stuff. It's this endless cycle of earning more just so you can spend more. But that's not a path to wealth, is it? It's a treadmill. A really nice, expensive treadmill, maybe, but a treadmill nonetheless. And this right here perfectly sums up the two completely different mindsets. On one side, you have the view that money is for spending. The goal is basically to look rich. But on the other side, money is a tool. It's a seed you plant to grow more. The goal here isn't to look rich, it's to be rich. And trust me, that is a totally different ballgame. So if that's the mindset, what are the actual concrete things they just don't do? Let's get into the good stuff and see how this all works in practice. Oh man, this is a huge one. We're all programmed to want things that start losing value the second we get them. Think about that. Brand new car driving off the lot, instantly worth less. Or that cutting-edge smartphone that's going to be old news in, what, a year? These aren't really assets. They're liabilities dressed up as status symbols. And here's the fork in the road. One path is all about buying stuff that slowly, or sometimes quickly, drains your bank account. The other path is about buying things that fill your bank account over time, assets that grow in value or produce income. It's really a choice between looking good right now versus being secure for the long haul. Okay, here is another massive trap. Thinking that just because you have a high income, you're automatically wealthy. It's just not true. You could earn $1 million a year and still be totally broke if you spend $1,000,001. We call this lifestyle inflation, and it is the silent killer of wealth. Just look at how a simple pay raise is seen through these two different lenses. For most people, it's like, awesome, I can upgrade my life and buy nicer things. But for the wealthy-minded, it's fuel for the fire. It's an opportunity to speed up the process of buying more income-generating assets. They don't just scale their lifestyle, they scale their investments. This might sound a little scary, but even a super high-paying, secure job is still a single point of failure. The wealthy get this. They understand that true financial security never comes from just one source of money, no matter how big it is. True security comes from diversification. So the key thing to get here is that multiple income streams are like a financial defense system. Of course, you have your main income from the work you actively do, but then you start building other streams, passive ones, from your investments, things like real estate, dividends from stocks, maybe a small business on the side. The ultimate goal? To get to the point where the money your assets make for you pays for your entire life. That is what freedom looks like. And all of this brings us to the real secret sauce. These aren't just a bunch of random tactics. They all come from a deep, fundamental shift in philosophy, a completely different way of thinking about your money and your life. And this is it, right here, the producer versus the consumer mindset. See, a consumer walks into a store and thinks, what can I buy with my money? A producer looks at that same system and thinks, how could I own a piece of this? How can I make my money go to work for me? That mental flip, from being just a consumer to becoming a producer, well, that's the engine that creates real wealth. So how do you actually start doing this? Well, you can use this simple 3-question filter for pretty much any financial decision you make. Before you buy something big, just ask yourself, 1, is this an asset or a liability? Is it going to go up in value or down? 2, will it put money in my pocket or will it take money out? And 3, this is the big one, what is the opportunity cost? In other words, what else could I be doing with this money that would get me closer to my goals? Understanding all of this isn't just some interesting mental exercise. It's about recognizing that you can create a real turning point for your own financial future, starting right now. And let's be super clear about what we're aiming for here. This isn't about having a mountain of cash just for the sake of it. The real prize, the true reward of building wealth is freedom. It's having options. The option to quit a job you hate, the option to spend more time with people you love, the option to handle any emergency that life throws at you. That's what this is all about. So as we start to wrap this up, please remember this. You don't have to make some massive life-altering change overnight. It really is about the small, consistent decisions. It's the fancy car you didn't buy. It's the little bit of extra money you invested instead. It's the side hustle you started on the weekends. The real power is in consistently saying no to the traps that keep everyone else running in place. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Forget trying to do everything all at once. Just look back at what we've talked about. What is the one don't that you can start practicing today, right now? Is it maybe rethinking a big purchase you were about to make? Or deciding to put your next bit of extra cash into an asset instead of just another expense? That one small act of avoidance, that could be the beginning of a whole new financial life for you.